Welcome Vagabond to day 11, guiding you from suffering to joy. Enjoy. So I thought we should continue with anger for another day because I think I have a couple more points that I'd like to point out to y'all. So if you struggle with anger, I want you to feel the energy of a room before you get angry. Then pay attention to the energy of the room after you've had an angry outburst. Pay attention to the faces of the people you are yelling at before and after you choose to yell at them. Pay attention to how defeated people look. Or pay attention to, are you making them angry? Are you now feeding the anger inside of them to where now your ball of anger is going to go from you to this next person, to some other new victim? You need to pay attention to these things. As you spread your anger and your hate, that anger and hate is coming back to you. Boomerang. Energy is a boomerang, right? Energy seeks its match. So if you are continuing anger, if you are continuing to belittle people and try to get the best of people and try to be right, whatever excuse your ego allows you to have to be angry and to take this anger out on other people needs to be put in its place. You cannot allow your ego to put others down anymore. Now that you are aware of this, you can't allow it anymore. Your spirit is going to call your ass out. I want you to know, every time your ego takes the lead and someone or spirit calls you out on it to try to have you correct it, your ego is going to pull an excuse out of its hat of why that's not what was going on. This is what was going on. You misunderstood me. It's going to have excuses and it's going to defend itself for its poor behavior. Why? Because its job is to protect the belief system it holds. So if it has the belief system that you are a depressed victim that hides in their cave, that had too much of life, they can't take it anymore, they are isolating so they don't want to be around other people, protecting all those beliefs. Do you think your ego is going to allow you to have friends if that's the belief system that it's protecting? Do you think your ego is going to allow you to treat other people well if it's keeping you hidden in a cave away from people? Probably not. It's probably ruined a lot of your relationships, and you've probably allowed it because you didn't know that you were two parts. You didn't know that you were light and shade. You didn't know that you were ego and spirit. But now that you fucking know, now that you know, dear vagabond, you have got to do something about it. You can no longer allow your ego to do whatever it wants to do. You can no longer allow it. Oh man, now you've got some accountability. Now you have to have some accountability. Michelle and I, your spirit team, our spirit team, all of us are here to help hold you accountable when your ego takes you the wrong direction. And we are also here to remind you to not beat yourself up about it, because we are all going to make mistakes. We're all going to easily connect back into the pattern or the routine that we are used to. It's difficult to break your pattern. So forgive yourself, ask for forgiveness to whoever was on the receiving end of your anger, and try better the next time. For homework today, I want you to write down in your journal, what is the story your ego protects? What belief systems are being held by your ego, keeping you imprisoned by it, keeping you away from the energy of unconditional love? Again, we used magnets the other day to show you the repulsion and the attraction of energy. And if your ego keeps you hidden in a cave away from people and away from love, it's very difficult to see that is what is going on. But now we're calling you out and we're telling you that's what's going on. So it takes one excuse away. But you have got to start being led by your spirit. Allow your spirit to be fed. So a great way to reconnect to spirit is maybe grab a deck of oracle cards that you feel drawn to so that you can ask for help and then see what card comes up for you. Or you can grab a book that you're drawn to and ask spirit to help you with a message right now and see what page you pick and what paragraph you pick. You will always be led to something that is going to help you and guide you. And sometimes your spirit guides aren't going to push you towards another person. They're pushing you towards them, right? They're trying to have you vibrate back into their orbit, right? To be back into their magnetic pull, their vibrational pull, so that you can communicate better with them. Get a pendulum and you can ask it questions to communicate with your spirit guides. You can do auto writing, and I'll share an auto writing with you guys in maybe in a couple days. I don't fucking know when, but one of these days I'll share some auto writing that spirit has helped me with. So as you're going through these things, you are connecting to your spirit team and you are connecting to a higher power, because the ego has taken you as far as it knows how to take you, and it has taken you to a bad neighborhood, man. You're all by yourself in a fucking cave. It's kept you from friendships. It's kept you from love. Do you want to stay in your cave? Would you rather be angry and right, or would you rather compromise and find some calm in your life? Would you like to have peace in your life? Have you ever felt peace in your life? Before I had spiritual awakenings, before I wanted something more for myself, I had no peace. I don't know if I ever experienced peace. The relationship I was in, we argued all the time. It was a fight all the time, but it's not like I didn't fight back. I did. I fought all the time. Now that I have peace in my life, it means so much to me that it is hard for me to give it up. That's why I'm trying to get you, if you don't have peace, to see the importance of it and to want it for yourself, and to know that just with a little bit of work, you can get it. Another thing. When I spent a year in bed and Ellie was sick and all these things, I wasn't able to do anything. So now if I'm invited to do something, even if I feel depressed, even if I feel bad that day, if I can breathe and move, most likely I'm going to go do that thing if it's something that I enjoy doing. So you need to allow yourself to get out of your cave and to go back to doing things you used to enjoy doing before you allowed your ego to take you to this isolation, before you were pulled into this solitude. You need to go back to the things you used to enjoy because you used to enjoy them. You know you have an enjoyment there. Another way to snap yourself out of anger and depression and fear and all of these things is to take yourself back to a moment that brings you joy and happiness. You can do this in different ways. You can just think of the memory. Sometimes you can go get a scent, like if there was a smell that takes you to this place, like a butterscotch, I don't know, that's popped in my head. Then go get a fucking butterscotch and sniff on that shit to bring this memory to life for you. Whatever it is, use one of your senses to help pull this positive memory up out of the hidden depths of your hard drive, the hidden depths of it, man. Summon that shit out so that you can feel it again, to remind you what it's like, because you've been stuck in the cave for so damn long you have forgotten. And I am here to remind you, and our guides are here to remind you. Michelle and her spirit guides are here to remind you, dear vagabond, how powerful you are, how perfect you are, and how you are just in a simulation. You are in an illusion that tells you you are in lack, when in fact, if you connect to your spiritual counterpart, your polarization, you are in abundance. Everything is there for you in spirit. Nothing is available for you within your ego. And I hope that you work on your anger, because anger is one of the biggest blocks that keeps us from having healthy relationships. Myself, I used to be an angry person, and I took shit out on people. I don't like that. So when I was working on my anger, I would think of a time that I allowed my anger to take me to the point of regret. And I would bring that to the forefront and be like, shit, last time I did this, I super regretted it. I regretted my words. I felt like shit. The other person felt like shit. I don't want to repeat this. And I allow that to calm me down, or allow that to be the trigger for me to go sit in a different room by myself. So you are changing your patterns because you are in control of them. Don't think any longer that your ego is in control. It is not. You are in control, and you get to choose whether your ego or your spirit leads you. I want you to watch The Allegory of the Cave by Plato. I will have a link to a YouTube video of that in the description below. Check that shit out, because back in the day, Plato was talking about how your illusions have fooled you and you think that's all that there is. when in fact there's a whole entire existence waiting for you outside of it. So check that shit out. It will blow your mind, not like a fart. It will blow your mind in like a explosion noise kind of way, like something like that instead of. All right, it's pretty fucking weak, and it's not a weak moment of this realization. It's a big fucking moment. So enjoy that video. I hope this video helps you out. I hope that these tips help you out, and hope that we help you out of your cave. You like what I did there? You're welcome. And I hope we help you find happiness. I would like to add, you are not going to not have troubles or tribulations anymore. You are not going to be free of worry. You are just making it a lot easier on yourself. So you are working on the things that trigger you to take you to really bad places, and you are learning how to exist in good places again. You are just working on it. You are always going to have something that has the potential to make you angry. It's whether or not you choose to allow it to make you angry, or whether you just breathe and be like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Not get angry, not explode, move on. What the fuck? Be like, bibbity bobbity boo, how many fucks do I give to you? 0. The answer is 0, and the answer will always be 0. 0 fucks given, right? So I hope this message blesses you. We will see you tomorrow, and we will start delving into depression. No, it sounds shit. It is. But hopefully we can have you see what it's like when you are depressed, what's really going on, so that you can make changes and get out of that funk. All right? Much love, Vagabond. See you tomorrow. Good work today.